Good morning. I hope your day is off to a fantastic start and that you guys are getting everything wrapped up for the week. Make sure you get all your jobs and assignments submitted to your teachers by the end of the day so we can get all that marked down for you. All right, let's start looking at this. I'm actually going to do your standard 2 videos today, so make sure you look for both. We've got division, which I will help you with momentarily. It's the last time we're going to practice that, so I'll make sure we get a good look at it. You've got a story problem that I will help you with soon, your fact practice to look at, and then place value concentration is what you really need to be working on today. So make sure you take a few minutes and play that with somebody. Okay, so let's look at your division really fast. There is already a video up where I went through most of your example, like your methods and those kinds of things, but since this is the only day that we were doing division, I thought I'd remind you of a few things. Number one, there are 3 ways if the problem doesn't work out perfectly. You could have a fraction as a part of your answer, a decimal as part of your answer, or you could do a standard remainder as part of your answer. However, with you guys being far closer to 6th graders than you are 5th graders, I would say don't worry about the remainder so much. Work on fraction and decimals, because that's where your 6th grade math is going to take you a whole lot more frequently than it'll take you to remainders. So if you want to be on track for next year, practice writing your remainders as fractions and then as decimals, which I will show you how to do one of each on here because I don't remember doing that on your other video. And then I'll share your other video so you can see it again. So we'll do this one right here. Remember, the first number in the problem is what is getting divided. That's what I actually have, which is why it goes under your bracket. The second number is what I'm dividing by, so it goes on the outside always. After that, you're just trying to figure out how many groups of this number will fit into the other one. So how many groups of 30 can go into 41? Well, it cannot go into this place value if I'm going traditionally. I can't fit it in there correctly. So I have to go over to the 41. I can get in one group of it, which means I've got 30 of those 41 pieces have been used up by that one group, which leaves me with 11. Now, I don't really have anywhere to go with this. I don't have anything else left to bring down. You guys are, or at least at one point this year, we were doing this, remainder 1, and calling it a day. Another way, that would be this remainder version. Another thing that you could do, I'm just going to copy this work over here, would be 1/30. You could call this a fraction and say that, well, out of the 30 pieces I wanted to fill, I still have 11 left, and say that your final answer is 1 11/30. Or you could go through and do, let me copy my work one more time. 41 goes in there once with 11. You could make a decimal answer and start and add on your decimal point, add on a 0, bring that down because now I have another place value to look at. Move your decimal point up because I still want that 1 to be a 1, so I need to put the decimal point in there to hold its place value. And now say 30 will go into this 3 times. That means I found a home for 90 out of the 110 things. That's 0. That's 20. Okay, still didn't work, so I'd add another 0, bring it down. That would go into that 6 times. It'd be 180, and I'd have 20 left over. And then you'd keep going. I'm not going to keep going on this one because it's actually going to end up going on forever because you're starting to get a pattern in here. But that would be how you would do it for a decimal, okay? For you guys, you can cut off after like 3 decimal points because I can't guarantee that these are going to work out nicely. In fact, it looks like a lot of them won't. So if you're going to go decimal route, at least take it out to the thousands place and then stop. Fraction works too. You can do this, but again, this is more 4th and 5th grade level skill, and you guys are way closer, like 3 weeks away from being 6th graders. So you need to be starting to think like this. When you get into some of these bigger problems, like I'll jump to this one really fast. 591 divided by 73. Remember, this is where that rounding skill from yesterday would come into play really well for you guys, because in this one, 30 was a nice number. I can count by 30s pretty quickly. As long as you can count by 3s, it'd be pretty simple to find your way through. I don't really know how to count by 73s. I mean, I could sit here and work it out, but that's not super helpful to me. But if I use my rounding skills and think of this as kind of 70 and this is about 600, I could count by 70s pretty fast and know when I'm getting close to 600, because it'd be 70, 140, and da-da-da-da-da, until I get to a value that's close to 60. So I'm going to say, I'm going to start with 73 times, well, 7 times 9 is 63. That's going to be too big because I've got something bigger than 70 actually. So I'm going to say 8. Let's just see what happens with 8. Maybe 4, that's 56, 57, 58, and that is actually my best choice. And I didn't put that in right here. I didn't put that in right here because I didn't work with 59. I worked with the whole 591. So it went in 8. I know I have 584. After that, it's just subtracting and finishing off with these kinds of methods. All right? Give those a go. You can check them with a calculator when you're done. Just know that a calculator is only going to give you a decimal answer, so you may have to adjust your thinking to check some of those things, but you can do it. Okay? Have a great day.